Hi, my name is Nancy of Nancy's Original Art. I'm coming to you today because I wanted to actually do one of my Dutch board paintings and let you see just how these paintings are done. So first of all, I'm going to show you the different things that you will need to be able to create your Dutch board. The first thing is going to be a just plain, regular, simple canvas. I'm just going to put it back on the paint stands where I had it. Okay, that looks pretty sturdy. Well, okay. I think now we're pretty good to go. Okay. The next thing that you're going to need is you're going to want to get a blow dryer. And this one is actually a really nice one. It is the Flower Blow Dryer by Drew Barrymore. And I actually was able to pick this up at my local Walmart. You can also order it on walmart.com. What I like about it is the actual nozzle. If you can see it, the nozzle is actually kind of elongated. It's very thin towards the top. See the difference? This is how you want your nozzle. Okay. And then I just used this just a little bit ago, so it's still okay to use. But you want to get, I get this spatula. I get it off of Amazon. When it's not being used, this is actually what it looks like. It's a really nice rubbery silicone spatula. I love it because it helps spread your base on the canvas. And now we're going to get to the colors that I'm going to be using today. So the first thing is I'm using white base, and I make up a bunch of it, and then I just put it in this nice little container that I get from my local Walmart. It's really nice. Then I also take some of that white base and I will put it in one of my smaller squeeze bottles. This way, after I've spread the base out on my canvas, I can actually take this squeeze bottle and I can go along my edges and make my edges look really nice. The next color that I'm going to be using is the Brilliant Blue. Okay, and this one is by Artist Loft. Then I'm going to use a metallic cobalt blue by Artist Loft. This is just, it's kind of like the cerulean blue, but not exactly. I actually just made this concoction myself, but I used different Artist Loft paints to come up with this particular color. The next color I'm going to be using is the 24 karat gold by Deco Art. And last, I'm going to be using Phthalo Blue by Artist Loft. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so what I'm going to do is really quick. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my base on my canvas, and I'm going to get all of my edges fixed, and then I will be right back with you. Okay, so there is one other tool that I forgot that you're going to need, and that is this handy little blowtorch that I've got. This is another thing that I was able to pick up at my local Walmart. And you just use it to blow out all the bubbles that are created when you put your base down. Now give me just a second, and I'm going to kind of adjust the camera so that you can actually see what I'm doing next. Okay, so hopefully you can now see the canvas. Whenever you put your base on the canvas, number one, yes, you want the canvas to be completely covered with base, but please don't do like I just did. I think I got a little more base on there than what was actually needed. Yes, you do want enough base to make your paints actually flow across the canvas, but you don't want to get too much base, because then what happens is your colors actually get drowned in that base, and then you won't see the colors. So first, we're going to go ahead and get the blowtorch going. And we're going to actually blow out all the bubbles that were created. And a lot of times these bubbles are in here because of shaking up your base before you use it. You always want to make sure that whether it's your base or it's the paint colors that you're going to be using, you want to shake them up so that you don't end up with paint that's not mixed well, because these paints, they do tend to settle a little, so you want to make sure that you give them a little bit of a shake so that when you go to use them, they're not separated. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my first line of paint, and just to let you know, I'm going to start about right there and go across. Now, I like to do a straight line, or, as straight as I can get it. I've seen other artists that will do different lines, like some will do a squiggly, some will do a line that starts from here and kind of comes down and then meets back up the other corner. And I have even seen some that will do a kind of squiggly like that, but then they add what they like to call wispies, where they put another little line there and maybe another little line up there. Me personally, I have found that I like just doing the straight line across, but there is no set way of doing it. The first color I put down was the brilliant blue. Then I used the cobalt blue, the metallic. Now I'm going to use the blue that I mixed together myself. It's not one particular color. We're going to go ahead and put that down. The next color I'm going to be using is the 24 karat gold. This is the one that you definitely want to make sure gets mixed good, because when it settles, you're going to see the actual gold separate from the oils that are in it. So now we're going to add that color. And the reason that I don't actually take the line all the way across, like I don't go all the way to here and I don't go all the way to there. I stop so far because I don't want it running off the canvas until I go to blow it out. The last color is this pretty phthalo blue. Okay, and then now the blowtorch, because once you've put your colors down, now you need to blow out the bubbles that were created in those. So now we're just going to take the blowtorch and blow out the bubbles. And then now is when we actually use the blow dryer, and we're going to actually blow out our painting. So let's get started. Now really quick though, I do need to state that when you go to blow out your painting, you don't want to start all the way back here and blow across. You want to start right on top of the colors and blow out. Okay? So let's get started. And there you have it. Now, there is one more tool that you are going to need to have, and that tool is either a popsicle stick, a skewer of some sort, or what I've been using is I actually just had this really thin knitting needle that I was able to just find at a yard sale, and I've been using it. And what you're going to need to do is you're going to take this, go up under the painting, and scrape the bottom edge. And what that's going to do is all the paint that's been dripping off, you're just catching those drips. You're just getting those drips. And what that's going to do is it's going to keep your painting from actually sliding off the canvas. Whenever you do a painting such as a Dutch board and you're using acrylics, but you're using Floetrol with those paintings, your paint is going to, as long as the base is allowed to run over the edge and continue to drip onto the table, it's actually what it's doing is the colors that are here in the center, they're actually being pulled with that paint that's dripping off the edge. So as long as you use that tool, you don't want to just do it once. Usually what I do is I try my best to, I will scrape it when I first do the painting and I get all the edges. Then I will give it about 10 minutes. I will come back in and I will do it a second time. And then maybe 10 minutes later, I'll come in and check it. And if it looks like I need to do it a third time, I'll scrape it a third time. But usually for me, I'm able to just get away with doing it twice. And then the painting's good to go. And as long as you do that, your painting is going to pretty much stay the way it looks right now. If I didn't do that, it would definitely change shape, and it would probably not look the way I want it to look. Right now, it's come out the way I want it to look. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for a moment. Then I'm going to actually bring you up close and let you see the painting up close. Okay, so this is the painting up close. And what you're going to notice is that there is actually some shimmer going on. As you can see, that 24 karat gold. But also, within this painting, remember I also did the metallic cobalt blue. And because of that, that's also creating some shimmer. Anytime you use a metallic paint, you're usually going to get a slight shimmer from it. Now, the other thing that I like about this particular painting, one is the colors I used. I love using blues. But if you look right here, this section, look at all those cells that were created within this painting. And as you move along, you're seeing them in other areas also. Really nice cell action going on. Like right there, that is what we call cells. And me personally, there's more there. There's more right in here. That's what I like in these paintings. Not a lot of people like the cells. But me personally, I think that's what makes the painting pretty interesting to look at. Okay, so there you have it. I managed to keep my video under 20 minutes. Cannot believe it. I really hope that you all enjoyed this video. And until next time, have a good night. See you later. Bye.